but I couldn't sleep that night. I woke up at 2 and I couldn't go back to sleep because I was so worried about it. That's how I felt about it.
Oh my gosh.
Sucker's done. Cheers. And it's out for the public to see. And there's wine in here. No, just kidding. There's not wine in here.
How do you feel?
This is the first day I've worn lipstick in over 2 weeks. And it feels so good to not have those stitches in there. And it still feels a little bit like there's tape up there. So it's, but when I drove out, I had a quick funny story. When I drove out of the periodontist's office and I was smiling, and I'm like, oh my God, it feels good. I haven't smiled in so long. And I'm like, now I can laugh because I couldn't laugh. I couldn't laugh. I just didn't want to pull on it. And so as I'm driving out, this book that I was listening to, the guy, it's totally out of context, but he says, she looked at me like I had a dick growing out of my forehead. And I started cracking up. And then I pull out, I go to the intersection, and this guy drives by with a trailer with a porta potty on the back. And it's got like 15 feet of toilet paper just flying off. And then I start laughing again. I'm like, oh, it feels so good.
So many opportunities to laugh.
Last night, Jen's, I go, we got to watch a funny movie. I mean, really funny, to where we're laughing so hard our bellies hurt. And so we watched The Campaign with Will Ferrell.
I have not seen it.
Oh, it's so obnoxious. It's so obnoxiously funny. It's a favorite.
You guys watch movies. I mean, you guys like watching movies.
We love watching movies. Yeah. Especially this time of year, we watch them a lot.
Oh, you guys are having lots of rain and stuff too, right?
We are having a lot of rain. Yeah.
Is this good?
Well, it's good for our state. It's good for our state because I think we're 99.9% to the level we're supposed to be to not be in a drought. Even though we've got 2 inches of rain coming in the next 24 hours and another, I think 8 inches over this weekend. But we lost our crop, and everything. So we lost our hay crop. So life of a farmer.
Is this another crop you've lost?
This is the crop that Jen's planted in November and December that was growing nicely. And that one it's been gone for months because it started raining in January and so much that just took it out. Yeah.
Life of a farmer. I'm sorry.
Life of a farmer. Yeah. Yeah.
We have rain. Yeah.
Yeah. You ran this morning in the rain. How'd that go?
It waited. It waited until 2:00. It was funny because, like I said, I was early. I'm thinking I don't know why. I thought our recording was at 2 and it was thundering like insane. So we wouldn't have been able to record anyway. But it was short lived and it passed. So I don't know. I haven't looked ahead. It just doesn't matter. We don't walk again until Sunday. So I think we're good. I don't need to look.
So you're walking. Is it a marathon or a half marathon?
Full marathon.
And you're walking.
My walking is like a 15 minute mile.
That's good.
Oh, it's the goal for me because of my knees and hips, 1 foot on the ground at all times. That's what it's about. So it's a push. Yeah. So we're doing lots of like hills and things like that.
What is the terrain where you're going to be doing the race? What's the terrain like?
San Diego City.
So it's all flat or there's some hills?
Well, there's some hills, but not much. The elevation is, it's very similar to here, but where we live, everybody thinks, oh, Texas is so flat. And it is. I mean, it's not like I have the Sierra Nevada foothills in my backyard, but there's some pretty good hills that, when you're like mile 5, 6, and you're like, oh God, here it comes. And so what I do now is I look at what my pace is, and the goal is to beat the pace by the top. So I push up and then, just keep pushing. So loving it. I'm loving it. It's so good to be back. I'm like walking, going, hey, like I'm visualizing going through the race going, yeah. And I'm like, yay, thanks. I appreciate it.
You're visualizing like finishing the race and people cheering you on.
I'm visualizing the whole route, like, because I've done several of them years ago, but I remember how cool it was to have people, you were talking about when you have your bib with your name on it. So hey, Angie, or whatever. I'm like, hey, thanks, and I have this whole like race going on in my head the whole time. And then sometimes when it starts getting tough, I'm visualizing the finish and getting the medal. And yeah, it's fun. I'm really cracking myself up.
I love that.
I'm like, hey, I'm not really doing it with my hands. Jake would be like, I'm the deer. Of course, I was talking to the deer. So anyway, that's what we're doing.
That's great.
But everything else is good.
How was your weekend?
I don't even know.
You had your grandkids.
Oh my God, they're so cute. I love them. They're so much fun. We did chalk art. We do art project. We love, Ava's favorite thing is art. So we painted rocks. We have more rocks to go out. And then we did chalk art all over the sidewalk. What else did we do with them? We took them out to eat. I don't know. They're just fun. And Asher's getting to that age where he's more manageable. He's so boy. And everything is like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Have you ever tried it? Nope. Don't like it. So we're getting a little bit better. But
how old's Asher now?
He's going to be 5 and Ava's going to be 7. So he'll be 5 on July 11th. Ava's going to be 7 on July 12th. So they're 1 day apart, 2 years and a few hours apart. So yeah, they're fun. And then we had family dinner. So Felicia and Tyler came over and it was good. Yeah, we don't get together that much. And when we do, it's really good. So, and then other than that, what do we do? I don't know. It's such a blur. This week has been, those weeks you go into the week and you're like, okay, there is a very tight schedule and I've got to stick to this so I can get it all done. And I found myself having extra time somewhere along the route or, along the way. I was like last night, I was like, I'm not doing anything tonight. I'm going to just sit on the couch and do mindless stuff. So I didn't think I'd have that time built in, and I did. So good.
Very nice.
Well, it was also because I wasn't editing any videos this week. So how was your experience with that?
It was an adventure. It was an adventure. Just one glimpse of it on Saturday. So I edited the entire thing 3 times.
That's about,
and
that's
it
actually,
doesn't matter why. Doesn't matter why.
No,
so
but that's actually
the third time going in. No, I mean started over
totally
3 different times.
That's what happened to me in the beginning.
So okay, yeah. So I on Saturday knew it wasn't working. But Saturday I knew it wasn't working. So I said to Jens in the morning, I said, I'm not going to go to bed tonight until that sucker is done. And I got 99% of it done inside Camtasia. And boy, I'm working Camtasia like I've never worked it before. And I get 95% of it done. No, I got 100% of it done. Okay. And uploaded it to my computer and then uploaded it to the program that I use to add the captions. And my computer froze. I mean, like froze. And I waited for an hour before I said, okay.
Oh, you pulled the plug.
And I hadn't saved it inside Camtasia. Even though I had the finished version, I didn't know what was going to happen in Camtasia in case something needed to be changed. Because I was thinking that you would look at it, go, Beckie, change this, change that, whatever. And I wouldn't have been able to go in and do that because I would have had to edit all over again. And so I pushed the button to turn it off and I prayed, God, please be kind to me. And then I rebooted it. I turned it back on. I opened Camtasia and it said, it said your project has been saved, but I wasn't sure what it was going to save it like. And I clicked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I opened it and it was exactly how it left off. Nice. And I'm like, thank you, God. So, but my computer was just super, super slow. I get to figure out how to make some changes with my computer. And so then when I put it into the thing to have the captions, I'm like, please. I closed every tab I had in my computer so that it was only running in that. And then I was complete. But the Saturday when I finished it, there was one section that I was worried about, like Angie's going to notice. And at one point I think this happened to you one time, your sound and my sound weren't lined up.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. That's a nightmare.
And so I was adding little places here, but then I was adding to the wrong. Anyway, so there's one section where we talk over each other. And I'm like, I think we actually talked over each other. So I don't think it was wrong, but it doesn't sound right. It's literally like a second long, but I couldn't sleep that night. I woke up at 2 and I couldn't go back to sleep because I was so worried about it. That's how I felt about it.
Oh my gosh.
Sucker's done. Cheers. And it's out for the public to see. And there's wine in here. No, just kidding. There's not wine in here.
But you did a great job. And I love the background that you put color on the background of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It was really cool. Actually, I went into Camtasia. It's called TechSmith. So I went into the TechSmith and they have all these templates that you can upload. Mm-hmm. And one of them was 2 people next to each other. And I'm like, well, that's almost too easy. And so I used that, and that was what I got to do a couple of different times. And it worked out. It was pretty cool. It was really cool because it kept the background. I don't know how to make a background in Camtasia. So
no, it looks so
pretty,
good.
it's pretty neat.
So you literally just took it and it formatted it for the square, or did you have to shrink it down and do anything?
I did some,
like
make sure our heads are the same size.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There was some finagling going on there.
Yeah. It was zoom in, zoom out, up, down. Did you have to do all that?
Angie's too big. Becky's too small.
Yeah. And then like over here, like put her arms over here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I worked really hard to make sure the exact same distance between our shoulders and the outside were the exact same.
Did you think that I was going to look at those things?
Here's the deal. So
I didn't.
I didn't know what you were going to look at. I didn't know because I see how meticulous you are with your editing, and I respect it and I appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be super vulnerable right now. I'm going to share something with you. So the other night after my investment group, one of my very closest dear friends that I love so much, I admire her, I respect her. And she told me how much she loves our podcasts. She's not the first person who's said this, who's like a dear friend of mine that's saying how much they look forward to them and love them and are impressed with the quality.
That's so cool.
And she goes, who edits them? And I said, well, up until recently, Angie's edited all of them. And she goes, she is really, really good, like really good. She goes, it sounds like a professional did it. And I'm like, I know. And I said, so Angie, and this is me, Angie let me edit this last round, the binge eating one. And so if there's anything weird or you notice different, please tell me. She goes, Beckie, this podcast that you guys are doing is really good. My other friend who works as a podcast agent like thing, she's like, Beckie, these are really good. I look forward to seeing them. Aww. So we've got people that really support us and think we're doing great. And yesterday on my long hike, okay, let me go back to my conversation with my good friend. I'm going to say her name. Her name's Julie. Shout out to Julie.
my good friend, whoever. Okay. Yes. Julie. Hey, Julie.
Julie. She's a Spartan. So what's the, I can't remember what the call out is. It's like,
you're asking the wrong.
Yeah. I don't remember. Anyways, go Spartans.
Go Julie.
She was telling me, I said, Angie is really meticulous with a lot of the stuff. She's very detail oriented. And I tend to do things half-ass. She goes full ass plus another ass. And at first I was like, God, like feeling like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't doing it good enough. And I said, I got to really step back and go, what do I want to do here? Do I want to just go half-ass and expect half-ass results? Or do I want to up my game to Angie's level? And so I was right there in that conversation. I said, I'm up in my game. When I did that, the binge eating episodes, there are 2. When I did the editing for them, I was like, nope, that's not good enough. Okay, let's take out that section. And I was like, do I want to take out all the breaths? Do I want to take some out? Do I want to take all the ands? Do I want to take all the so's? And as I say, I say and a lot. I never realized how much I say and.
And so.
And yes. But I think those,
some of them
went right into my microphone.
Yeah. Well, some of them make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a point. Mm-hmm. And so yesterday, she's Becky. I was out hiking. We did a really long hike yesterday, and I spent a lot of time by myself because Debbie put in her headphones. And, there's some times where we just do those long hikes where it's just like we just put our head down and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to spend a lot of time in my head. And I was like, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do with my life. I want to be, I'm afraid to say it because now it's being recorded.
I'm waiting.
I know. Like,
okay, wait, hold on.
I want to be like a motivational speaker. I don't want to have a niche. I want to be inspiring. I want to just inspire others. And I feel like this is that outlet. And you're gunning, that's the word I'm using. You're gunning so hard to dial in all the SEO and the keywords and all of that. And I'm like, well, let Angie do that. I'm on board. Shit, I just said it.
I'm on board. You're on board?
I'm on board. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me take a drink. What episode are we on?
Like 55. I don't know. We're on episode 14 because I think this would be 14 because we still have one in the hopper.
I love you.
And Angie, I love you too. You make me be a better person.
I have told you 100 times, or at least 2. I am harder on myself than I am anyone else. Right? When you sent those to me, like I said, I sent you a text. I said, I've watched half of it. I may not get through the rest of it. Go with it. I was not even concerned. I'm like, it is what it is. If that's and this is not in a negative way or in judgment, but if you felt it was good and that's what you wanted to go with, that's what we were going to go with. I wasn't going to go back and go, well, you need to fix this. I never even had that urge or that desire. I wasn't even thinking that. I'm like, I let it go. I'm like, this is Beckie's. She gets to do this. And, but what I am so happy about is that you're on board with all the other crazy stuff that goes with it, because it's a pain. It is a pain. I don't know if you saw the 9,000 views that I sent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm with you. I mean, for me, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
We jumped just to interject. We jumped from 7,000 to 8,000 to 9,000 very, very quickly.
We did. And we're past 9,000. And so I was like, well, I mean, I really, truly thought, oh, this is going to be fun. I did not know. I didn't know how important those things are, like SEO and keywords and all of the back end stuff. Yes. If I'm going to do something with such significant amount of time invested in it, I want a return. And more of a return that I love that our really close friends and Julie and Mindy and some of those other ones, I love that they're watching. Tina, there's a whole bunch. I want the same thing. I know that we have a much bigger voice, vision, people to reach, and we can't reach them if they can't find us. So that was my whole thing. And look at us go. Bye.
Yeah. Peace out.
Okay.